What they do. This your boy DP.
This your girl T.
And we're the Geminis Gemz, representing for the Geminis across the world, giving our own Miami perspective.
For sure.
So you can follow us on all podcast platforms at Geminis-Gems.
Also follow us on Instagram, Geminis_Gems, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Geminis Gemz.
Hey, make sure you like, follow, you comment, and you subscribe. Yes. And make sure when you type it in, it's Geminis with the S, Gems with a Z. And what we do, T?
Drop them gems.
Drop them gems. What they do, people.
What's going on?
So how y'all doing out there?
They all right.
You think so?
They
So how
blessed.
you doing, T?
I am blessed, okay?
All right.
All right, how you doing?
I'm blessed too. I like that word.
Yes, I love
like
it.
that. So, yeah, this your boy DP.
Hey, y'all, this your girl T.
And we the Gemini Gems, where we drop them gems.
Always.
That's Gemini with a
S.
That's Gem with a
Z.
And what we do, T?
We drop them gems. We're
We
going to go ahead and do it
drop
early.
them-
There you go.
yeah.
Okay,
We
they
do
know,
it.
they know.
So today we're coming with a topic of friendship and what it may mean to us in different formats.
Okay.
The do's and don'ts as a friend, the chemistry,
Okay.
the commitment, the what else? Trust.
The trust.
The trust and commitment that's together, right?
Right. Okay.
And should male and females be friends,
Okay.
or should they be allowed to be a friend?
Or is it such thing as?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So, I guess the reason for the topic is because T and I are friends, and we've been friends for many years.
How many years has it been?
Since middle school.
Since middle school?
When I don't even know when I met you. I never had a class with you. You know that?
But you was at Parkway.
Right.
Because we kind of, we didn't see each other at Murder Grove because I left after third grade.
You was there for a day.
So I was there from, that duration up until third grade. And
Right.
then you went to Parkway.
Right.
So did I know you 6th grade, 7th grade?
That's what I'm saying. I never had a class with you.
It's just we always vibe together. I guess our friends
Introduce us to each
introduced
other.
us. And it's like, when you just...
When I came around, I was friendly. You wasn't. You was a little introvert.
Oh, my goodness.
So I had to open you up.
I think I'm friendly. Did I grow?
Now.
Now? Okay.
But then, I ain't gonna lie, then you probably was, but I didn't know.
I think I was friendly.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay, no problem. Because you had a lot of friend girls, like a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So.
I was talkative then, too.
Oh, man. This is just nonstop.
But it was always positive.
Right.
For the most part. Nothing
Right.
negative, but yeah, I was talking.
Okay. So, yeah, us being friends,
Okay.
we always, not for just us, but the friends I have had throughout my life,
Okay.
there were certain conditions that we based our friendship on.
Oh.
Now, the fact that some people may have crossed it between other friends that I have seen,
All right.
we still are friends.
Okay.
And I feel like at the same time, there is boundaries that shouldn't be crossed.
Right.
And I'm going to ask you,
Okay.
what do you think those boundaries are as friends?
Well.
Now,
okay.
before you go deep,
All right.
I'm talking about two girls being friends.
Okay, two girls.
Or a
two
group of
gen-
girls being friends.
So what do I think about that?
Yeah, the boundaries they shouldn't cross.
Well, I'm a friendly person because you might have some women out there just might say I don't have those girls or those group of women as friends, but from my experience, because I do have a group of friends. And it's a lot, maybe over 5 to 7 plus that I really consider like, you know what, that's my sister. Even though we're not blood, but sister equals best friend. You know what's going on. And so it's very important. Like, I value our friendship because, and I thought about this a couple of days ago, like the people who knew you when you were young.
Right.
Along with family, because
Okay.
some family members can also be your close friends, but so the people that really know you when you were yourself younger, I feel that they're there to remind you, basically, don't lose yourself. And, you know, because I've lost myself once upon a time in my life. But the people who I call like sisters, and we talking to the women relationship, it's just they pulled me through a dark place. They didn't rush. They didn't judge.
Okay.
They allowed me to be me. They allowed the situation to basically unfold. But they kept reminding me of who Terica is, who Terica are. Like, so I'm just like, what? So it kind of feels good when you're in that dark place, especially no judgment.
Right.
Like, they're there to pull you through.
Okay.
So I value friendship. The people I keep around in my circle, we're not negative people. We do a little girl talk.
Okay.
If you want to say gossiping, but it's just very small, a little girl talk. You know, we women. But it's not where we got to sit here and talk about people for minutes or hours. We don't get down like that. We're mainly talking about growth. We mainly like catch up how you doing, how the kids are doing. We mainly like there for each other, give each other resources. It's just a positive group that I have. And of course, we don't have to talk every day.
Right.
I don't have to see them every day.
Right.
So you have select few that you do talk or see more often than the others, but the quality of the friendship for all of my queens is still the same. And so just to pretty much, that's it.
So that's the do's for you.
Those the do's.
Those the do's. So
Okay.
what about the don'ts? What lines these women shouldn't
The
cross?
don'ts, me and my girls, me and my queens, that what we don't do, we're not going to tell you what you need to do in your life.
Okay.
You understand? Just to sum it up, we don't have to say, girl, you need to do this, do that. We don't do that. We'll ask questions for you to answer it yourself, and then however you direct or go, you drive yourself. So our relationship, we don't have to say, girl, you need to leave this person, you need to leave. No, we don't bring that up. It's just, so how are you feeling today? So what's going on? How you doing? How's the relationship? How's the kids? And you know, that's how we communicate. Ask questions so the other person can probably say it out loud, be like, oh, okay, I like a little check. But that's that when it comes to the don'ts. Like, we don't tell each other what to do. We grown women over here.
Okay.
That's
So
the mainly don'ts.
okay. So for me,
Go ahead.
because then I'm gonna take it to another point.
Okay.
So the do's is in a relationship or friendship, is communication. You know, to stay connected, some form, some way. Checking on the kids, checking on, you know, how you're doing just mentally,
Right.
financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Those are the do's as far as relationships. Sometimes, you know, you could just sit there and just talk to your friend for hours on end about different things that goes on in their lives.
Right.
So I conclude that as a do, you know, and it can be, I mean, just from the time, hey, bro, this happened to me last night. I had a weird dream or something like that. What you think it is? So, you know, just helping your friend is another do.
Right.
You know, you're supposed to be there to help. Like, that's when you realize who's your friend. And, you know, when nobody's there, who is there?
Exactly.
You know, the ones that's supposed to show up to funerals, the ones that's supposed to show up when the baby is born, the ones that supposed to, even if they don't show up, right? During the birth.
Right.
Or they don't show up during the death of someone, family member, because they have their life to live, right? They check in.
They check in.
You know, so that's another do.
Right.
You know, make sure you check in on your friends, and then you will see that, shoot, this person value me as a friend. This person is close.
Gotcha.
You know, and even if they missed out, let's say, because you and I hadn't had a connection for a couple of years.
It was.
We didn't talk or anything like that.
Right.
But when you found out this and that happened, you showed your condolence, you know, when my grandma passed, and I wish I was, you know, and that shows that you are concerned, you know, and I'm not mad at you. I wasn't angry, and neither none of my other friends. I wasn't mad because I understand certain friends I had to learn, like, they don't know how to deal with certain phases that happens in a person's life.
Right.
So they just know how to be a friend at this point, and that's good enough.
Okay.
I remember meeting a guy when I was in Miami-Dade, and I was telling his ace isn't always going to be there, like when you pick up the phone and call,
Okay.
right? But your ace is going to be there when you need him,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And he may not understand, like, okay, so I just throw a scenario.
Okay.
So he may not be there when the baby was born.
All right.
But when you in some trouble, they there.
Of course.
I had a friend of mine's, like, I literally got, and shout out to Dex.
Okay.
I had a friend of mine's, I was stuck. I had worked on Okeechobee at FedEx.
Okay.
And I got stuck on the highway, ran out of gas,
Okay.
right? Because I had a Cadillac DeVille,
All
so the
right.
little gauge was digital.
Okay.
And that digital gauge was telling me that I had so many miles to go.
Okay.
But
and you kept going?
I was like, I'm going to make it.
You trusted?
I'm going to make it.
Okay.
But then all of a sudden I didn't. So
Okay.
I tried to call everyone. Some people didn't pick up the phone,
All right.
which was fine because it was like, early in the morning.
Gotcha.
So it's probably like 6, 7. So I just hit up Dutch. And when I did,
Okay.
he came. Now, mind you, he had a brand new car at the time.
All right.
Well, it was newer to him, but it was a brand new car.
Okay.
And literally he pushed me. Like, he
Wow.
pushed my car with his car. He
Okay.
pushed my car so I can get off the highway.
Oh, wow.
And I told him, bro, I'm indebted to you. Because what man would really like put like brand new car,
Gotcha.
make sure I was good.
That's a great
in that
friend.
manner. Now we could have went to go get the gas tank
Okay.
and then came back. But no, he said, bro, let's get your car out of the road.
Right.
Because I was on the highway. And I was like, man, I appreciate that. And there's some other things that took place.
Okay.
But these are the dues, being there when you need
Right.
and stuff like that. And I think the don'ts are, it's kind of limited because you got to be your brother's keeper.
Okay.
You got to be your sister keeper.
Okay.
And being that there, but I think there is still rules. So rules to don'ts, right? So as a friend, what don't I need to be doing to make sure I keep a good friendship? And I think it comes down to insulting friends.
Okay.
Because I think about it in a different realm. If I'm your friend, right, I shouldn't insult you, right, criticize you, right? I shouldn't make you feel bad. But what I should do is be honest in certain conditions. Like, I feel like if you was going through something, right?
All right.
Or any one of my friends was going through something, I feel like I should be honest. But I should not talk to you in a certain manner. I shouldn't criticize your situation. Like, for example, I'll give
Okay.
you an example. One of my friends met a girl, and that girl was bad for him. Like, I found out she was cheating, in these, certain scenarios, right?
Okay.
I feel like I should be a friend and not say to him, right, you shouldn't. I told you not to date that girl. I knew
Right.
she was bad for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I should come to my dog and feel, hey, bro, you need to check your girl, bro.
Right.
Like, take a picture. I took a picture. Look where your girl at. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but other than that, I think that's one of the don'ts you don't do. You don't criticize. You don't ridicule your friends.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, by you taking a picture and you send it to your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that each person wants to really receive that information? Because some people probably would they probably already knew in their relationship. They didn't need their friend to probably send them the confirmation. But do you feel like most people are, genuinely like, you know what? If you see something about whoever I'm talking to, my significant other, yes, send it to me. How, I don't,
So when, let's say my dogs, my homies,
your homies, okay.
right? So if they're in a relationship, I would try to ask them or just see how they are as a person.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I learned this from my mom. If you see something, you got to say something. And this is
Okay.
with my brothers She used to tell us,
Okay.
you know, if you see your brother's girl doing XYZ,
Okay.
you know, you need to say something.
Gotcha.
Now, if they need proof, because some friends like, yo, bro, show me. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some of them, they be like, just tell me, and I'll figure out from there.
Gotcha.
But I believe in just the step one is just to actually say something.
Okay.
There was a feeling that you made me feel, but I can't recall it. I can't mimic it anymore.
Right. Okay.
But basically, it's one of those situations where you just need to say something. And I already said that, but it was within that context of you seeing a girl, and should you say something?
Right.
And I feel like what I wanted to say to that condition, what about helping your friend lie to get out of a situation with their mate or the person that they're thinking? So what you think about that?
Thank you, Queens, for not putting me in that predicament to where I need to be your cover up. Okay, we are some grown women. If you do your dirt, don't include me. And my friends, they don't include.
I agree.
Okay, not to say it never happened to me in my life, but just to fast forward to my, and speaking of the girls friendships, none of those queens, I had to be the cover up. And thank y'all for that. But I'm gonna give you a scenario, and you tell me what you think from the scenario.
Can I answer first?
Okay.
My own question?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So for me, I'm
Okay.
covering for my dogs.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tell my dogs, right?
Okay.
Like, listen, don't put me in that situation.
Okay.
You know, and thankfully, none of my dogs or none of the homies, they never put me in that type.
Right.
Now, I will look out for them for the simple fact that I don't want my dogs to get in trouble. But I will let them know, like, bro, don't. Because I don't want to have to lie, you know, and eventually it comes back, you know.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So my
Always.
dogs really don't put nobody in a predicament like that. And now when we were younger, we were just fools, you know.
Of course.
You know, so but as we mature,
Yes.
all of that stuff, if you was doing something, and I doubt that they were, but if they were doing something, they did it on their own timing.
Right.
And they didn't have to include none of us.
That's how it's
so they
supposed to
wasn't
be.
sliding off and doing all of that foolishness
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And let's say if I did have friends that was on that,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Again, they just kept it to themselves. But go ahead.
All right. So the question, like, just a scenario,
Okay.
right? So how would you react to this? Just a scenario. If your homeboy call you, right? He's married.
Okay.
Your homeboy's married, and he's probably going through a really bad patch. Like him and his girl might be arguing.
Okay.
And he say, "Yo, come pick me up."
Okay.
But she like, DP, you better not bring your behind over it. Like real talk, serious, heated. Like, but he's like, dog, I really just need you to come get me. I need to just remove myself from, you know,
This situation.
Right. But what would you do? Would you go, or would you say, you know what, y'all married? Not to say it's probably a continuous thing for you all, but y'all figure it out.
So I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming, regardless of what his wife is saying. You know, I'm coming because I don't want it to escalate to something bigger. And even if I cannot come, I'm calling somebody else so they can do it.
Okay.
You know, and the more, the better. So I was actually placed in that type of situation, but they were not married. And actually, I got swung on by the female.
Wow.
You know, and I took it to the chin because because it got physical, and that's why I will always be there for my dog.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to break it up, and that's what made me get swung on. So, and you know, it is what it is. I was doing it for my dog. I risked that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And I didn't want it to be that, you know, and it's fine. It was nothing to it, but I will always be there for my dog if I can help it. And the reason why, because I don't want to see none of them in a situation where they can't take care of their family, their kids, mess up their, you know, record and all of those things. So I will try to be there. And That's how I see it. I gotta be there. That's the point of being a friend.
Can you ask me that question?
I am. I'm coming to. I'm gonna throw that ball over there.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry.
So what about you?
If I'm thrown into that predicament, I understand when you're coming from, because I feel like you're the male, the masculine of the situation, but as a woman, right? So if I get a call from one of my girls and they're probably, her and her husband might be really going through a rough patch, and she was like, well, T, come pick me up. But as a woman, right? But I hear your husband in the background like, motherfucker, bitch, all that shit. Don't you bring your ass to my motherfucking house. I'm talking about real shit.
Yeah.
If it gets down like that.
Yeah.
So guess what? As a woman, I'm not coming to your house.
Okay.
You understand? Because I'm too feminine. And if he put his hands on me,
Right.
this finna fuck up everybody's life.
Right.
Because I'm a woman. So whatever verbal or physical maybe the couple might be accustomed to, now you're trying to add your close friend.
Right.
But of course, as a girlfriend and girlfriend, I'm going to ask you, are you safe?
Right.
That's number one. Number two, I'm going to probably find another resource for you that I know is the right person to walk into that environment.
Okay.
So for me, I'm going to be on the phone.
Right.
I probably will be nearby.
Right.
But if your husband telling me, don't you bring your ass to my house,
I get it.
Guess what? I have to respect that man, because I will be the one in the wrong. He told you don't come.
Right.
But you still showed up.
Right.
And then boom,
Something happens.
Right. All hell go break loose.
Right.
So for me, I like to avoid.
So I agree with you, being that it's a female and the male is saying that, to you. So I'm in agreement with it. I would say basically the same thing. Either bring your dude with you, because men when they see another man, they kind of calm down. Sometimes it may not.
Sometimes I just want to avoid it.
Right.
I just want to avoid it.
Right. So if I'm dating, someone, and her friend is going through, and literally the girl is, because the girl ain't calling for no reason.
Right.
She needs help.
Of course.
So at that point, so if she does, I would say to her, let's go. You get what I'm saying? And in the meantime, hey, do you think we need to call the cops? Now, am I going to be G'd up? I am. You get what I'm saying? And I will come there prepared if something goes left. But at the same time, I'm not trying to make it. I won't involve myself. I would just try to bring her to the safe point. If she can get out the house, hey, just get in the car and let's go. You get what I'm saying? Because it has happened to me before, and I was just like, let's get in the car. And the guy was going off and all that stuff. But again, because I was there, it was no pressure. He was just saying what he was saying. And and not saying I was some, muscle that was just coming there and being reckless. No, I just stood up. The dude threw the baby and all that stuff. And it was like one of those conditions where, like, no, you're not going to throw the baby and think you're going to get away with that.
Gotcha.
So when I walked up to grab the baby, and by that time, his people's done already grabbed him, and he's going off the chain. I said, yo, let's just get in the car. We got in the car and we left.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but the police wasn't involved in all that stuff. But let's say if all of that stuff, like the house is all a mess and they really about to go ham, he almost got a knife in it. Well, he ain't gonna grab no knife, but he wants to literally hit her and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Like, yo, we calling the police.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I still have to look out for mines as well.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I ain't trying to involve. I ain't even all that,
I applaud you for even going to the scene. Not to say it's a crime scene or anything like that, but it's just I put myself first, and it's just like I don't think I need to bring myself into that environment. But I stay on the phone with you. I'll make sure X, Y, Z coming by. I'll just make sure like you in great hands. Okay, cool. Then I might drop the call, or I might really probably stay on the phone. And I bring this scenario up with a few of my queens just in case, we don't want anything like this to happen. But if this happens, what would you want me to do? And I had one friend, she was like, girl, you better come. But I'm like, look, if you bring Terica into a toxic situation and your dude thinking he's going to put his hands on me, listen, it won't be the same. So this is conversations we have. Like, so are you sure you want me to come? And you know what one of my friends said? You know, she thought about it. She was like, well, just probably park around the corner or something, or I'll probably walk to you, because I'm letting you know.
See, that's, yeah.
I'm letting you know, like, you just have to, hypothetically, because you dragging your girlfriend thinking she Captain Save-A-Hoe or some shit. I ain't no, listen, for as a woman, I'm not no Captain Save-A-Hoe, especially if you're married.
Right.
You understand? So if your husband is telling you and the girl on the phone, don't you bring your ass over here, guess what? You just listen. But if you telling me still to come and he put his hands on me, okay, Channel 7 News. But we can move on to something else. I was just asking what were your thoughts about it. I feel like that's one of the do's and the don'ts. Like, you really just hypothetically have those conversations with your girls based off if you really know what's going on in their personal, you know, marriages or relationship. Like, girl, so if I get this crazy phone call, how you want me to handle it? So it's just certain queens going through certain things, which is all not bad. It's just, you put a little red flag in your little sister head. So just in case, how you want me to handle it? And that's all. So I have conversations like that with my girls.
And I think as a friend, you should. And don't put your peoples in a worst type of, predicament. So let me see, how can I turn this into, so there's a limit, like, so chemistry.
Okay.
Right.
Are we still on girl, boy?
Right.
What we, okay.
So the chemistry, the trust, and the commitment, I think we talked about all of that.
Okay.
Right. So now we're going to get to the juicy topic, right?
Okay. What's the juicy topic?
Can male and female be friends?
All right.
So I know you spoke about it a little bit in the last episode.
Okay.
So I want you to give me another interpretation, your interpretation of how you feel about that.
So again, just a quick briefly of what I said previously. To answer the question, do I believe two genders are able to be friends? Yes and no. The reason why I say yes is just because we're human. Like, it's okay to have that male figure. You might be like DP and I, like, this my homie right here. Like, it's all love. It's all genuine. Like, I'm not here to disrespect him. He's not here to disrespect me. So by me walking into other relationships I have that are two genders, and we still here, and I know some since elementary school up until adulthood, and I value that friendship. So can it happen? Yes. Now, on the flip side of the reason why, if I say no, for an example, if you have, like, you got the two genders, and I feel like if one person really is physically attracted to one in that friendship, it's just highly percentage something will happily go down. Okay. And we're human. But it's just, trying to lose my train of thought. But it's just that, hey.
Do you think, well, if they're physically attracted to each other, right? Because I want to bring back your idea. Okay. So you can finish. Okay. So they're physically attracted to each other, or one out of the two, or both. So I'm gonna go off of the scenario. All right. So if one is but that person, so who you think the person is? I feel like it would be hard if that person probably honestly would just say it, like, you know what, I'm physically attracted to you. But who, the male or the female? It could be either or. I don't think so. I think more males will be more physically attracted to their female friends. For real? Because women put dudes in friend zones. Yes. So you hear more of that than actually a guy putting a girl in the friend zone. Oh, you're right. You get what I'm saying? But why men just can't realize that we could just be friends? What you mean? Okay. Bring it back. Press the button. Exactly. So finish your statement.
Because my mind is all over to like something personal happened to me recently.
Okay.
And it's kind of off subject.
No.
So that's why I'm like, oh, so it's my fault.
So to answer your question, I mean, so because you didn't finish your thought, right?
Okay.
I want you to finish your thought.
All right.
One sex is attracted to the other sex,
Gotcha.
and they are friends.
All right.
How do you feel about that? You feel as though they shouldn't be friends?
I feel like they should be friends. Okay, so I have a question. Do both parties have significant others? Because if either or whoever has significant others, I don't feel like that's fair to their significant other if they make sense.
So you're right.
It's just if whoever attracted to somebody, they got somebody else, and you know damn well they got somebody, but you'll still try to be flirtatious. You'll still try to get them hints. I feel like that's disrespectful.
I agree.
So just don't act on it, and really not. I don't want to say don't say anything, but you don't have to say anything, especially if that person is already with somebody. Just respect the couple, respect the friendship, and then keep it moving.
Okay. So my opinion, right? Can females and males be friends? And I'm going to say yes, because you and I are friends. There's other friendships that I have seen in the past where, like this weekend when I went to Dallas, they have a group of them and all of them are either friends. I thought they was all related, but come to find out they're not.
Okay.
You know, they are really like childhood friends and their chemistry is on point. You know, and what I like about them is that, let's say, for example, and this is why I believe a friendship should be. So one night we went out, and when we went out, the girl as friend, so I'm gonna say the girl, was telling her guy friend,
all right,
get her. Right?
I love it.
You get what I'm saying? Get her.
I love it.
Now, let's say the girl says no. Guess what the friend doing? Girl, come here.
Okay.
You telling me
what?
You don't like that right there?
Gotcha.
He got blah, blah, blah. That's what I believe a friendship should be.
Gotcha.
If we are opposite from each other. If we going out having a good time.
So she recruiting?
Yes. For the team. Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Hey, I'm about that life.
So I think friendships either between two guys, a group of guys.
But only if he's single.
Right.
Okay.
But that's what that was. He was single.
Okay.
So, and even between, because girls still respect their dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, the girls as friends still respect their guy friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't get tied up into that because of XYZ over here.
Right.
So, but just saying that they are great friends and that's what a friend should do.
Of course.
Because let's say he was going through something, he needed to get his mind off of that situation.
Right.
So she brought him, she brought him somebody.
I love it.
You feel me? So I believe that even between you and I, and I have done that in the past.
Okay.
So to answer the question, I do believe that male and females can be friends.
Yes.
But there shouldn't be no attraction. I should see you as my sister and that's it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it shouldn't go beyond. Now, not saying that I shouldn't, I'm going to holler at your friends. And you should be able to holler at my friends, and that's what it is because our friendship is you and I. But for them, it was a group of them.
Okay.
So they was all friends, and they looked at the girls as sisters.
That's
good. The girls looked at the guys as brothers. Like,
I love that.
It was pressure. Like if the let's say the guys was arguing with the girls, they don't even argue because the girls step in. Oh, don't be talking to XYZ like that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I love that about them. And that showed me a different side. Shout out to the Portland crew.
Hey.
You feel me? They really showed me another side of friendship.
Gotcha.
That I admire. And then also too, it made me acknowledge the friends that I do have now. If there is somewhat of attraction between the two, I believe if there's no like line that should not be crossed, they still probably can be friends. It's just one like the other one, right?
Right.
But let's say if you do have a significant other, I believe that you should cut it off Now,
Yeah.
I had, let's say a friend. Well, I ain't gonna say, but I had a friend. She was a girl.
Okay.
And it was something there between her and I.
Okay.
So once she got in a relationship, she was like, Dwayne, I'm ending the friendship.
Okay.
But I didn't take it hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said she put a pause on our relationship.
Okay.
You feel me?
Gotcha.
And let's say I wanted to become a girl, become her boyfriend later.
Okay.
So I was just like, I'll be put on pause because I felt like it was worth the wait.
Gotcha.
But I had to realize like that's what should happen. You know, if I'm attracted to somebody but that's not going nowhere. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I should cut it off. Like, hey, listen, I'm finna start talking to this girl. I need to cut this relationship off from you because I don't want it to mess up my dynamic. Gotcha. And that's how it should be. Because I think it goes on, but I think we just don't know how to end it. We carry it on in our new relationship. So for me, I would be honest with the person I'm with, like I am. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, these are two girls that I know for a lifetime, and that's all it is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And anybody else, I'll tell you the dynamic if I run across them.
Gotcha.
But most of my relationships, I let them know what's up. You know, I try not to sugarcoat nothing, and it's hard for me to be it's hard for me to sugarcoat it, to hide it for a long period of time. Eventually, I just end up telling you the truth, and then you got to deal with it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe, and so to add, the don't is having a friendship with the opposite sex. For me, is don't call after a certain point of time.
Right.
Unless it's a life-threatening emergency.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying?
I
For
agree.
example, when I thought your cousin had wrecked out on his bike.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
The first thing I did was call you, but I'm not calling you for no reason.
Of course.
So that's what made you pick up the phone, because you was like,
you don't call it.
I don't call. You know? So that's the only time I feel like I shouldn't do that.
Right.
And also, too, I shouldn't invade in their relationship. Like, if you have a relationship with somebody, I should respect the dude and what he thinks.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And don't have your friends come over to the crib. Okay, no problem. I should respect you as a friend to do that.
Right.
Now it's for you, being the girl or the guy, that with your significant other, to let them know what's going on. Now, once it goes into the hiding and stuff like that, that's when you kind of so for example, I'll use is let's say I'm chilling with my girl.
Okay.
And then you call.
All right.
You should be able to pick up the phone.
Gotcha.
Sorry, she should be able to pick up the phone when you call.
Right.
Because it's nothing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Course,
So it should be like that.
Right.
If I'm having a relationship with somebody else, but I have a friend as a girl.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So, and I want to kind of go backwards.
Okay.
So being a friend too is also helping your friend to a certain height, like to get a certain thing accomplished or goals.
Right.
To support your friends, to look after them, in other aspects. So for example, I have a friend, I knew he's a musician.
Okay.
And he wanted to, let's say, he just wanted to advance a little bit. So what I did was, when I first met him, I told him I got him. So the first thing I did, hey, I know you know how to sing. Mm-hmm. I know you know how to play. Come with me to a church and play. He's like, bro, you looking out.
Gotcha.
Now, his peoples got upset with me, but I felt like it was an opportunity for my friends to transcend to another level. Okay. And I feel like for any of my friends, if I know somebody that knows somebody, regardless. Matter of fact, I got a friend right now. He just got a license, so he's able to do more with the license. Okay. So I know somebody else that does that stuff, whatever it is, and I'm being discreet. Networking. So right, so I'm like, bro, give this person a call. They got you. Just off of my name alone. Right. Now, do I need to be the middleman? Because it's some money involved, and it's some serious money involved, right? Gotcha. I want my hands in it, but no. Okay. I value my friendship over the money. So I don't need to be no middleman. Right. I don't need to get that extra $500 just for what they say, just for the finder's fee. Right. The referral. The referral fee. I need that $500. Hey. No, you're a good friend, or that's going back to being assertive. If you're a good friend, you'll know, oh, bro, boy, I just made, 10, here 2. You get what I'm saying? Gotcha. And that would be me. But if that doesn't happen, that's still not going to stop a relationship between me and my dogs. And also, too, I feel like this. Look after your peoples, because, like, okay, I'm going to just put it out there, right?
Go ahead.
So, like, my dog, right, he want to smash a chick, right? Okay. But he can't get to her.
Okay.
I'm hooking that up.
All right.
I don't even care.
So how are you able to get to her and he's not? Probably
because, like, for example, right? Okay. I'm going to use it as an example. He showed me a girl. He showed me a girl.
Picture, social media, something. Like, okay.
He just showed me the girl.
He just showed you the girl.
Right. He mentioned the girl. I'm like, bro, I know who that is.
Okay.
He like, yeah, he just talked about the girl.
Okay.
Right? Or he just talked about a girl.
Okay.
But I knew a girl that liked him. Right? Okay. So just to go to the situation. So he pointed out the girl. The girl do know who he is.
All right.
So I'm over there like, hey, so-and-so, my dog wants you. Took off.
Okay.
So I see her again. Hey, what's up, man? You gonna let my dog? Took off.
Okay.
Yo, I set that thing up so good. I used her phone to call him.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, I'm bringing her. So be ready. Hung up the phone. I'm a friend like that. Now,
I love it. Go ahead.
I don't think a lot of people realize, because I would be like that even with my brothers. Because I have been around girls that did not like me. And literally said, Dwayne, you wrong for thinking a girl should like you. You get what I'm saying? When they can like other people and not you, I said, I respect that.
Gotcha.
Right? So the girl was like, I like your brother. I said, you know what? For then on out, it doesn't matter. If she say she like my brothers or my dogs, okay, I'm hooking that up. If I can help it.
Okay.
Now, if he's in a situation, then I'm like, nah, you can't do that because, I ain't trying to mess up that home.
Okay.
Man, so going back to the story, man, I messed around and I picked the girl up for him and all. Yo, get in the car, lay back, nobody ain't gonna see you. Let's go.
Wait.
She was like, okay.
I have a question.
I'm listening.
Is this in high school shit or grown shit? Like what?
We was kind of older, so we were probably like 19 years old.
Okay, so let's fast forward to adulthood, right? Does that still apply?
If my dog's single, yes, I'm hooking that up.
You doing all that over us? Oh, I'm just asking questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it for my dog.
Okay, so the reason why I asked is like, for me, you don't have to do all of that. Just put us in the same environment.
Well, it that particular time it didn't work like that.
Okay.
It wasn't like that because my dog was far away. Okay. So she wasn't able to get to him. And
okay.
and when let's say, for example, he had the time to get to her, it was too late. You get what I'm saying? So it was like too late. So the only thing I could do was just set it up right then and there. Cause I just found out, I say, bro, where you at? He's like, man, I'm up here, XYZ, but I can't move right now. So I said, okay, no problem. I'm gonna just bring her to you. You get what I'm saying? And that's what happened. It wasn't that, because he had a car. The thing is, he just had to stay seated because of something that was going on.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I made the move for my dog.
It was safe for her to come into their environment because he was not able to still move.
He wasn't able to move.
Okay.
Because, it was a situation.
You are so nice.
I'm a dog.
I'm a friend.
Exactly.
Ladies, I'm not doing all that shit.
That's a shame.
They know I'm not.
That's
like,
a shame.
me and my girls, not to discredit what you do with your homeboys, but me and my girls, we just don't really do that. Especially like grown women shit. Now, listen.
So back then, you wasn't doing nothing like that for your dog.
Back then.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Back then, that's what we used to do. Me and my girls and whoever, boys, we tag team, yeah, we did all that. But now as grown as mother effer people, hey, just introduce me who you talking to. Meaning,
right. But that's different now.
That's why I was just asking, was this happening?
I was telling you a story based upon like me looking out for my dog.
Do it now.
Yes, if my dog was stuck somewhere,
okay,
right, and he couldn't make a move, right,
okay,
I will bring somebody to him.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I will link it. I will hook it up. Just right. Just as for you,
girls. I don't do it.
Why not?
Because DP.
I'm talking about being a friend.
But I guess you bringing both parties into the same environment.
That's exactly what it is.
And then whatever happens after that happens. Because I feel that, say if I'm the girl, that you come and pick me up and you finna take me to his environment.
I see how you seeing it, but no, it doesn't.
Meaning, so is he expecting me to have a conversation with him because I did ride with you, because you did pick me up? Maybe, so what if I get there and I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk to you, or I don't want to.
So the story is again, right?
Okay.
They knew of each other.
Right. Okay.
But he couldn't get to her. So I set it up so that he could.
I'm trying to fully understand, because if they known of each other, right? They known of each other. Oh, sorry. So, pause. They known of each other.
Okay.
They couldn't exchange phone numbers. Eventually, like
they had lost contact.
Okay.
They had lost contact.
Okay.
And
again, you such a good friend.
That's what I'm talking about.
You are.
Because you taking it, you want to take it over there.
I know.
To the moon, Venus,
I know.
And all of that stuff.
You a
but
good
I was
friend.
just talking about looking out.
Right.
That's basically the premise of what I was trying to talk about.
Gotcha.
Was looking out. And as much I would even do for you.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And what if and also too putting in a good word for my dog on his behalf.
Okay.
So for example, if I was at work, right, and my dog came by and he said,
"Gotcha.
Oh man, who is that?" Right.
All right.
Or let's say you did it. Okay. Well, who is that?
Right.
Right. And I'm just saying.
I got you.
Okay. So if that happens, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the person and speak highly of whoever that person is that they trying to seek for.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh, my dog want to see you. My girl, man, she's feeling you, bro. You better do something with it. You feel me? So I'm doing that type of interaction on your behalf. So that's what I was talking about. I'm looking out for my dogs regardless.
Okay.
Because I was in the mindset, well, what if that person didn't want me too? But they wanted somebody else. Why not find somebody I know? You get what I'm saying? And that's the type of friend I'm not a hater. You get what I'm saying? And I feel sometimes friends do hate. And that's another reason why I wanted to kind of bring up, and I think that's a don't. Friends do hate when they couldn't get it. You get what I'm saying? But they know you can get it, but they'll hate. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, yo, bro, like, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? And then I think, is that a friendship? Because a friendship shouldn't, at no point, hate should be even inside of a
no jealousy,
relationship.
No hatred.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I'm a friend to a friend, if I'm a friend to my friends, there's no point I'm gonna be hating. You know what I'm saying? And then I noticed too, like a lot of guys, sometimes they get locked up, they get murdered after they get robbed by their own friends. Wow. Not saying my friends will do all that stuff, but that's how the police investigated. Who was the last person they hang around? Who they hang around all the time?
Of course.
And then they go based upon that because that person knows that person. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember I met a guy in Broward. He's like, bro, if you ain't sending me no female, I know you're not my friend.
If you're not sending me any females,
a female, yes.
Okay.
If you, because let's say we hanging out, and I know why he said what he said because he had cars. You get what I'm saying? And then he chilling, and of course, girls like guys with cars, right?
Okay.
So it may not have been, let's say that guy like his friends' girlfriends, but it may have been his guy's friend. I mean, his homeboy girl. Friends. Okay. So it'll be like your friends. You get what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
So one of the girls would be like, man, who is that? If his homeboys ain't saying, yo, bro, come and meet so and so and so, he know you not a friend.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And that was their dynamic. That was their premise of their relationship. You get what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
I said, wow, like, I mean, different stroke for different folks, right?
Right.
So that's just their circle. And yeah, I know you don't like that.
It's just, listen, for me, what's going to be a turn, I'm not discrediting anything you're saying, right? But guess what? I appreciate you if you just put us in the environment, and after that, I want everything else to be silence. Meaning, if you bring someone, say we're going out.
Yeah.
AT, I'm bringing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. No
Guess
doubt.
what? If we talk, we talk. If we don't, we don't. Let it happen. I don't need you in my ear trying to, yo, that's my dog. However you can butter him up, you can tell me how great he is. I get it. But I want him to be a man. Hey, step to me. Or a girl, whoever, just step to me. Exclude the third middle person. But if we're in the same environment together as a grown person, I want you to introduce yourself to me on your own, and vice versa. So if I'm really looking at you, like I was watching the BET Awards, excuse me, kind of going off, Method Man fine as hell. I had to say that. So if I sing or I feel that, guess what? I might, as a woman, I'm going to give you that sign that, you know what, I'm friendly, that is going to allow you to say, you know what, I can walk into her space.
We need to talk about that.
Okay, we can talk about that next time. Because I'm not going to look mean or angry. No, I'm going to be a woman.
Okay.
And you going to be like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you that swag that it's going to be a welcoming to step in my space. And that's how I communicate silently. So I get what you're saying, and I'm gonna tell my girl this, tell my homeboy that. No, if we're in the same environment, you need to let us do our thing. And if he not gonna be a man enough to step to me without you, then that's a red flag right there. I'll be like, no, I'm not interested. And not to say he's a bad person. To me, I'm gonna be like, oh, you could have did that on your own.
Right.
Okay, but go ahead.
So, by you saying what you're saying, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm just setting it up. It's like going for the alley-oop, right? So you watch basketball.
Yes.
So if I set it up,
Yes.
he has to complete it. You have to complete it.
Right.
So I'm not doing all the talking.
Okay.
I'm a set it up where, again, I brought the girl to the guy. Let them work out their thing, but I put in the word.
Okay.
It even has happened to me where, one of my dogs was like, yo, bro, this girl like dark skinned, guys, what's up? Introduce me to the girl and all, and I'm the one that end up finishing it off.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I believe in the set up, you know what I'm saying? And just also putting in a good word. Hey, and like he said, yo, that's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And then that was it.
Right.
So, I just wanted to put my little take on it, give my little opinion about it.
Okay.
You feel me? So that we can just bring it to the forefront. Sometimes we just bring up topics so that we can stir up the pot for people to even talk about.
Right.
So even if you're looking at the television screen or looking at your phone and saying, oh, I don't agree with that, that's what we want.
I get those calls. I get those text messages.
Yeah.
Like, listen, DP
Likewise.
be having my phone going crazy about his crazy behind.
That's
Like, my women, okay, they be coming like, I need to talk to him. And I'm like, you know what? One day we're going to have something live so that way we can really hear all the comments, all the feedback. I think you need to be ready for that.
Okay,
They coming for you.
I know.
I think I'm the soft one.
You think so?
I don't think that many people will come and attack me. I don't know, but they coming for you. Okay, you be ready. You already ready. You ready.
Yeah.
So
see, I'm light with you because you're more like traditional.
Okay.
For the ratchet ones, I mean, it's only two ways of defeating them, and I'm gonna leave that up in the air.
Wow.
You feel me? So, so we would love for you all to leave comments, like, subscribe to our channel.
Please.
And pass it on, share it with a friend, and from there, we're going to close it out. Today's topic, again, is about friendship, the do's and don'ts.
Okay.
The chemistry, like her and I,
Yes.
The trust
You
and
good
the
peoples.
commitment sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, I am. And likewise, you are too.
Thank
And
you.
should a male or a female be friends?
Yes.
And basically that's it. So
Gotcha.
again, until next time.
Yes.
This is Geminis Gems. I'm DP. This my girl T.
Hello.
And that's Geminis with the
S.
that's Gems with the.
C.
And what we do, T?
We drop them gems.
We drop them gems.
All right, you good people.
All right.
Deuces.
Yeah. Go ahead.